Today, Steve. We're on.
According to mine, we're only like 1 minute early.
Yeah, that's early.
Okay.
For this show? Are you kidding me? Katie? Back me
I
up
agree.
on this.
Yeah. On time is early.
Like shit.
Sure.
You ready to do this week, Steve? I still don't have an intro for us. I gotta mock up a new intro, Steve. I mean, I gotta get down and back to the drawing board, Steve. I gotta write shit up. I gotta think.
Who are you going to get to record it this time?
I'll just see if I can get the same guy to do it.
All right.
Think I can get the same guy to do it? The intro? Yeah.
Different voice? Same voice?
Well, I might be able to. He does different voices, so.
Well, let's
probably
go.
haven't worked that shit up.
I mean, I like that. That was good.
Yeah, no, he you know how many different versions of that he gave me?
No.
Like 10. I have 10 different voices that he did that intro in. For those of you who are Diablo fans, he did one in the version of Deckard Cain. Stay a while and listen. You know, that guy. Anyhow. Yeah, I'll work on something, Steve. Put it together. Yeah. Takes time. I can't just, overnight. Boom, Steve. How?
It's been like 3 weeks.
Yeah, but still.
That is the definition of overnight is like 1 day.
Yeah, but I mean, like, for me, that's like overnight.
All right.
What is it, like dog years, kind of?
No, that would be a lot more time in dog.
Oh. I'm sorry,
their time
Steve.
is shorter.
Oh. Then I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what to tell you. But I've been busy, Steve.
Me too.
I've had a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, me too.
Yes, Yowie Channel Central. The puppies are fine. The puppies are doing good. Yes, I have the puppies, and they are going to get weaned this week. The vet wants me to start weaning them off of her and start giving them some food after week 3. So that's going to start this week. I think he wants to give her a break. So, and this morning, my dumbass, I was doing shit. I'd taken Una out, and I'd had a shit morning taking her out. I ran into every fucking person with a dog that I could run into. Got back to the house, sat down with my fucking coffee, and accidentally logged myself out of Facebook. Now, in case you don't know, Steve, when you log yourself out of Facebook,
You log back in.
when you try to log back in, if you don't have the proper password, yeah, you get
Tends to be
locked out.
problematic.
So, and what I did not remember, and I found out afterwards when I tried to shut off two-party verification, is that I have two-party verification because of my like page, and because my like page is so large. Facebook requires you to have two-party verification or authentication on your account. So I go to verify to use the authenticator on my phone, which I had downloaded for that case, and it wouldn't work. It's asking me for a fucking QR code, which Facebook is not giving me. So then I go back to Facebook and I go through their things, and it's the instructions. It says what to do if you can't get this. Go into your Facebook app, which I do. Click on this, which I do. Go here, which I do, and there, and that's where they lost me, Steve.
There.
That menu doesn't exist.
Oh, those bastards.
So I'm like looking for this thing forever. Finally, I find the setting, the place in the settings where you can get the code It's the two-party authentication code so that you can reset everything. It's an 8-digit code. Facebook wants a 6-digit code. So I sit there. I'm at this point, Steve, I'm paused. I'm like, huh? Right on the screen in front of me, Facebook wants a 6-digit code for verification. They're giving me an 8-digit code.
Just a couple extra digits.
So finally, after like literally, I think I was having heart palpitations, Steve. Like being locked out of my account, I have a pretty huge like page. I have a lot of stuff I do online with that page. I'm like so close to my first heart attack. I decide to punch in the 8-digit code and it logs me into Facebook.
So they only showed enough space for 6. But they really wanted 8.
No. They just said they wanted 6. So
it said, please
6.
enter your 6-digit code.
Yes.
And you entered an 8-digit code.
Yes.
And it worked. Why didn't you try that the first time?
Well, Steve, you see, they asked for a 6-digit code.
I don't care. I'd have still tried it. Fuck you. I'm putting in 8. I'd have done it.
Laughing picker. Facebook doesn't own my life. I just have a very, I have a large like page that I utilize. And I like what it's become. So it doesn't own my life per se. But if you want to think so.
Heart palpitations when you can't get onto it. That's all.
Well, because I didn't know if I was going to lose that fucking page.
That would suck, though.
Yeah, I mean, you know how much I put into that.
Well, you need to get a co. Can you have a co-owner of the page so that if you get locked out somehow, they can get you back in?
No, I figured it out. So I set it up so that now my phone gets the text of the second party authentication, and that way I can have the first one can be my email. So if you set it up that way, you can't use your phone to reset your password. So it's interesting. But I just had to. And then after I turned off the 2-party verification, went back to doing all my shit on Facebook, and I'm sitting there doing my stuff, and all of a sudden it pops up. You can no longer post to your like page until you set up 2-party authentication. We require you to have 2-party authentication.
You bastards.
Because I'm like, I'm getting rid of this shit right now. So I had to set it up. That's why I set it up on my phone.
Well, they just don't want somebody taking over a big like page like that.
Right. They want to make it so that it's harder for somebody to do that.
Sure. Understandably.
And I have thought about giving other people, like having a couple of other contributors on the like page, but I've always just kept it to myself. I schedule everything. I don't, I've always felt like having somebody else have a hand in it is.
Oh, you don't have to have somebody else have a hand in it. Just somebody that can get you in if you get locked out. That's all.
Right. Well, we all know what, trusting people has done to me in the past. And I'm not talking about recently. Saying
you wouldn't trust me.
You? Steve, I let you have the group.
Well, I'm in there, but I don't do anything.
You never fucking even touch it.
Yeah, I do. I hit approve on a post once in a while. But because I know it's your group, your baby, I let you do most of that.
Yeah,
I'll allow people in once in a while.
Yeah, it's actually grown quite a bit. I'm surprised. I wish more people did stuff in there. There's a couple of people that have been posting quite a bit.
I think part of it is because every post has to be approved.
Well, I will approve them if they're decent. I cannot afford to have people posting shit that could get the group banned.
Right.
And that's why I look everything over now. That's the reason for it.
And that's why I don't do much in that group, is because I know you want to look it over. Now, there's some Dean Cooper posts in there, or, obviously I'm going to
I
approve
think
that.
Dean actually is pre-approved.
Yeah.
So Dean, I'm not worried about
Somebody like that, I would.
post.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, there's a few people I wouldn't worry about at all. But the Fortean Slip like page is a fucking monster right now. I hit fucking 30K, dude. 30K, like nothing. I went from 28K. Chris, actually, I went from like 27K to 30K, like nothing.
Yeah, usually I think they promote you more somehow, like suggested pages or something.
It exploded. I had
As soon as you hit a certain level.
I had some posts that just went absolutely bonkers. My post reach was just absolute insanity. It was like well over 2 million for a week.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was nuts. And I just can't believe how big it's gotten. I had my goal for this year at the beginning of the year was to hit 40K on that page.
No, you'll crush that.
Maybe, because at the beginning of the year I was at 20. I just hit 30, and we're 7 months in.
Yeah, but you went from 27 to 30 in what, a week?
Yeah, right. Well, it was a little longer than that, but as of right now, like I looked at my numbers, my likes have dropped way back down. Like I was riding a wave was what happened. Like I went from like 300 and something likes one day to 400 and something likes the next day to 500 and something likes to 300 and something likes to 200 and something likes to 100 and something like, so it's leveled out. Something exploded was what happened. A couple of different posts just went absolutely off the fucking charts, and it happens.
Too bad that doesn't translate into money.
It could. See, here's the problem.
Eventually.
I swear too much. I cannot monetize the page because of I've been nailed for violating Facebook's community guidelines, so they will not let me monetize the page. And 2, I curse too much and I use too many curse words in my posts. So yeah, it's very weird. But here's the thing. I sent Katie something. It was such an obvious scammer that fucking hit up my page and offered me, what was it, Katie? Like $1,200 to advertise on my page.
Yeah, it was over 1,000.
Yeah. It was crazy. I'm getting.
I took his money and run.
I am getting that shit
that bastard
all the fucking time now, Steve. Like people, my favorite one that I get is, tell me more about yourself. I get that at least twice a week on the like page in my inbox, and it's always just like that. Tell me more about yourself. Tell me more about your background. That's my favorite one too. That's another one of my favorite.
Why?
I don't know. It's obvious.
Have you ever responded?
Nope.
Respond. I want to know where that goes.
The last time I responded, I deleted it, but I said, she said, "Can I know a little more about your background?" And I said, "No, you can't, because every time I've responded to this, it's a bot or a bullshit account." And then I hit move to done. Because now you can put your conversations move to done on your like page. Yeah.
I have no
dude, I can't. I don't have time for that shit. I don't have time for it. If people were coming at me with something for real, like, hey, I'm a real legit place, I would like to advertise on your like page, let's talk. Yes, of course I would sit down and entertain the fucking idea. But when that's what I'm getting, fuck them. Like those aren't even real. But it's cool that I'm getting to a point that I'm getting that shit. Like because the page does have some reach now.
Right.
It's getting there. And it's only getting bigger, so.
My like page has 1 like.
Ooh. I did. I actually inspired a friend from my childhood to start their own like page. She started her own. She was like, "Yeah, I saw what you were doing, and I've been watching you online, and it really just kind of the whole like me quitting weed for like the 26, 28 days, whatever it was there. She started with following that, I think she said, and then just kind of got sucked into everything. And she was like, "Yeah, I just." She's like, "You inspired me, so I decided to make my own like page
About
just memes, just sharing memes, whatever." She just started. I just told her everything.
It's a decent gig if you can build a really good like page. There's money in it.
Oh
in
yeah.
those areas. There's
Eventually, I'll be able to do something with it.
Yeah. There's
Like, I
people making a
mean,
killing.
I've already shared the eBay store on there. You know, if it wasn't for that like page, I wouldn't have raised as much money and paid off as much on Una's bill as I did. You know, I mean that we've got that probably pretty well wrapped up, and we didn't even because of other people helping out and stuff. I mean, I'm gonna leave it up for a little bit longer because there was a few people who had said that they wanted to donate and had asked me to leave it up till the end of the month, but I'm probably just gonna wrap it up, and we only got like a third of what we were looking for. You know,
Which for a GoFundMe, that's pretty dang good, really.
Yeah,
it's because
and I was surprised they didn't take as much money as I thought. They
I don't know
do
what
hit
they
you.
do.
They do hit you, but they didn't take as much money as I thought. I was very surprised at how little they took. But you know, we're in pretty good shape. I mean, could we use a little more? Fuck yeah. But we're in good shape at this point. I think my mother said she was going to do something, so I'm probably going to have her call in and just put it right on. You know, just I just couldn't believe with the like page and all the people how much fucking support came out. It helped a lot. It helped a fucking huge, was what it did. So I'm very, very grateful. And I had said, you know, from the beginning, if there was anything extra, if anything, I was gonna tell the owners that I'd spayed all the fucking, you know, all the girls, you know, whatever. But you know, I wound up only getting, you know, the third of it there. So like I said, I'll keep it up for another like week or so, and then I'm gonna dump it, and move on. But everything's good on that end. So she did get an infection in her incision, though. I had to put her on antibiotics, and I think that's why they want me to get the puppies off of her tits. She just needs a fucking break. She needs to heal up and get over all this shit. So
is that early to start weaning? I don't
3 weeks is early. 3.5 is early, on the early side of what they suggest. They suggest 3.5 to 4.5 weeks. So 3 weeks is early. Not super early, but it is early. And I am gonna start them on like Tuesday. But they're fucking adorable, man. I get up in the morning, I go make my coffee, I look over and I just see puppies. 4 puppies. And I usually grab a puppy.
Glad it's you.
Well, I'm excited to when they all go, you know, and get down to just the 2 that I'm going to have left over, the mom and the puppy.
All right.
That'll be interesting. So nothing new on your front, Steve?
Same old.
Same stuff, you know, you're just having good old times.
Good old times.
So I wanted to share a YouTube comment with the 2 of you. That I came across. Well, I get them all on last week's show.
Okay.
Hatchet Mouth.
Ooh, Hatchet Mouth.
Yes.
We have some issues with Hatchet Mouth last
I
week.
think we did. And Hatchet Mouth said, and I afterwards stated, and I realized it afterwards that I had remembered that we had spoken to Hatchet Mouth before, because I had said, "Listen, you're either Matt or you're a fucking Matt." But then I was like, "Oh yeah, Hatchet Mouth." So anyway, all right, I'll state this as respectfully as I can. The reason people are coming at you with such hostility is because whether you realize it or not, you have a very flippant way of conducting yourself in your statements. Maybe it's something you're not aware of, but you say things in a way that you don't have to. Quote, Steve and Katie said that they still want to do the show, but I'm afraid of even continuing with them. Unquote. That's an asshole thing to say, whether true or not, when you've got friends willing to stick by you and you're still almost kicking them to the curb. There's taking care of your own well-being and there's dishonoring your friends. Whether you realize it or not, with that statement, you put yourself in the latter category. Maybe you don't mean to, but it's statements like that that make your fan base and casual listeners rally against you. To Hatchet Mouth, I say, first of all, fuck off. Now, by saying that, do you think that's dishonoring you, Steve?
I feel so dishonored.
Are you? I mean, just dishonored.
I did not take it that way. I can tell you that.
Like, one of the things I said in my comment was I spoke to Steve,
anyway.
and he was listening to. He listened to me what I said, and said that I said everything just fine. I mean, I don't get these people. Like, how am I dishonoring you and Katie?
I don't know. Because you said, at least on the live show last week,
right,
that you just didn't want to offend people. And that was the issue you were having mentally, is that you
right, correct.
I don't see how that's dishonoring to anybody.
I don't either.
I think that's honoring a friendship.
I think that's why I think that he and or she, I don't know which it is, sucks. I mean, I don't get it.
Somebody who just wants to be angry at something, and now you're allowed to have their opinion, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Think what you want. I tend to think that I was thinking of people's feelings, but hey,
that's how I took it. Katie can back me up, I think.
Yeah, I've never felt dishonored. I think you've handled it respectfully with the both of us. So,
yeah. Like I said, when I wanted to talk about it initially, I told both of you I don't want you there. Like, I didn't think you needed to sit through it. So, and we all, you both agreed with me on that. And I thought,
I didn't want to sit through none of that shit. No,
fuck no. No. Why would you? So, but I don't understand why people think, whoa, Jesus.
Sorry.
What'd you do? Hit the fucking button on the car?
No, it was the car out in the driveway.
So, yeah, I don't understand why people need to pick apart every little thing I'm doing. Like, I'm like, not that all I'm thinking about is myself. How about bygones, boys? Okay, until you're willing to come out and say that you're actually Richard Allen, I have nothing to say to you. So, anyhow.
Maybe, I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
If that's Richard Allen?
No, I think that's Richard Allen. No, I mean, I think a lot of people might think just, I don't know. I think people might think that Katie and I have the same feelings about Matt as you do. And at least for me, I don't.
No.
And, I regret that all that happened, and I'm sure you do at this point. And
I don't believe it, Richard. You could have two accounts, so I don't believe it.
Holy shit. The real Richard Allen.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. No, listen, I said from the beginning that this is my thing. Like, my big problem with things right now is like people are attacking like how I'm dealing with you and Katie, like it's like I'm treating you in some way horribly and that you should be leaving. Like, but I don't know. And that's the thing. It's bothersome. Whoa, there goes Steve. He left. And I just don't know. I don't know how to talk to those people.
Yeah,
I'm back. That was
Or
a
even-
short.
Yeah, that was a short one.
I was so dishonored that I had to leave the show
Yeah,
for like 30
happens.
seconds.
It happens. You know, I just plow over you, Steve. You're a horrible human being. I wish you'd get your green screen fixed.
Eventually.
Yeah.
I'm lazy.
Oh, I know that feeling. I've been there. But I got mine fixed. I don't know. And I am definitely going to do something else, but I'm still going to do this. And we're trying to find our fucking feet with it. So I'm still going to continue to do the stuff kind of the way that we do. I mean, and like I said before, everything's going to kind of be a little different now anyway. It just by its nature. Because it's missing something. So it's going to be a curve for a bit until we get to where we're going to be at. So I'm not trying to say that everything's going to be perfect. We're okay. Everything's good, Steve. Right?
It is. It's good. Peachy.
Tell you what, it isn't. It fucking isn't when you log yourself out of your fucking Facebook account.
Never had that happen.
I got moving too fast. That's what happened. I got moving way too fucking.
Can you accidentally log out?
Where's the? Well, I don't have Facebook up. It's look at where the log out is.
All right, give me a second.
On Facebook.
All right.
I just got clicking too fast.
I see it's under switch to new Facebook. Oh, maybe I got to switch to new Facebook. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, let's see where.
Did you find it yet, Steve?
There's like dark mode and help and support and settings and privacy above. Log out. How do you accidentally hit that?
I just got clicking, Steve.
I'm going to put it in dark mode. Ooh, dark mode.
Yeah, that's what I've been using.
I might have to leave it that way.
The dark mode is nice. I don't much like the new setup, but I like dark mode.
Well, I think they're trying to make everything look standardized, like on your iPad and your computer or whatever. That's all.
Yeah. It's silly.
It's silly. It's silly little game. Silly.
Let's get to the topic of tonight, Steve.
There's a topic?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a topic. We're going to do one tonight, at least. What do you think?
Have at.
All right.
Try.
The Randonautica app. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Randonautica. In early 2020, a new app was released called Randonautica. It is an app that randomly generates coordinates in your local area for you to explore. It promises to turn the world around you into an adventure.
Ooh.
When the app gives you your I think you wrote that one wrong.
Yeah.
When the app gives you your coordinates, I'm going to say is what it's supposed to say. It encourages you to set a goal for your adventure before you travel there. The idea is that once you get to your destination, you will find something relevant to the goal you set. You could say you're looking to find something beautiful or something colorful, and surely at your destination, you can find something to appreciate the beauty in. It's basically a new generation's version of geocaching.
Can you ask it to find a naked woman or something at the end of the...
I don't
That's what I want to know.
Maybe it'll
Pot
tell
of
you to
gold.
just look on fucking Pornhub. The app quickly became a trend, and young people were recording their experiences and posting them to social media. Everything was seemingly innocent fun, people finding beautiful hidden spots or standardly creepy abandoned buildings. But the attention toward the app took a darker mood when the Randonautica app took a group of teenagers in Seattle to a spot where they found suitcases full of human remains. The kids were exploring the waterfront when they saw a black suitcase stuck in the rocks and a second floating in the water nearby. They joked that they might have money in them, so they used a stick to unzip and open one of the bags. They all shrieked over the overwhelmingly
Bad
gross
choice.
smell and called 911. The police discovered the remains of 2 individuals who had been shot and dismembered. As of now, neither a motive or the killer has been found. After this traumatic experience that was caught on video and shared across the internet, everything Randonautica related has taken a dark turn. People are setting dark goals for their Randonautica, hoping to find something scary. Yes, please show me human remains. Now you can spend hours online going through video after video of spooky randonating adventures. One girl came across a large clearing in the woods with a strange ritual type structure. Another found an old abandoned Halloween props. A group of girls randonauting in their car at night came across 3 men that attacked their car trying to get them out. That was probably staged. While that
I'm going to say
particular
something.
story
Mostly.
does actually sound dangerous, all in all, it's mostly harmless fun. It is a fun way for kids to get out and explore the world around them. Yeah, like that sounds like something that was staged.
Yeah, several of them seem that way.
Yeah, it's that. There was only the one case where the kids went there and found the suitcases.
Yes.
Yeah, so what it is people made a mountain out of a molehill with this.
Right. I mean, it wasn't just a coincidence. And honestly, when you watch the video, the spot that they're exploring along the Puget Sound in Seattle, there's people around. Like, it was a public area. It's not like they were deep in the woods where nobody could see them and they stumbled across this hidden thing. Like, it was, the police even say that they think the killer was trying to send a message with where he left the remains. It's just a coincidence that the kids found it with this app.
That they came across it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting, though.
Can we find Bigfoot with this app?
Listen,
Maybe.
put that as your goal. Steve, set goals.
Because there's a lot of researchers out there who might need a little bit of help.
Set goals, Steve.
Yeah,
And
I'm gonna have
maybe, or maybe you could send this Randonautica app to some of these Bigfoot researchers.
That's what I'm saying. I don't need the help, but I'm certain they do.
Well, reach out, Steve. Pay it forward. That's what I say. Don't hold it inside, Steve. Pay it forward. Give it back to the world. Share the Randonautica app with people that might need it. People like Todd Standing. But he'd just go to the next place where there's a Muppet, maybe?
Yeah.
Possibly? I think so.
Am I the only person who's not heard of this app? Yeah, this is the first time.
I hadn't heard of it
I really
when it was
hadn't
brought
either.
to my attention. So
It sounds pretty cool, actually. It sounds a lot like Pokemon Go or something like that.
it sounds interesting for people who want to get out and go adventuring / exploring places. Yeah, I think so. I mean, in my younger days, I'd have been all over this shit.
Oh, yeah, me too. For sure.
I was out when I was younger. I was hiking every free moment I had. I was on a mountainside. I had my dog, one of my buddies with me. I was gone. Like, if I had this app, fucking forget it. I'm still fucking bummed I lost every single photograph I ever had back when photographs were a thing. Everything's gone. I had photo albums like full of like stuff from when I was a kid. Just gone. Maybe I had photographs of Bigfoot.
Gone.
Steve, it's gone. A UFO. Gone.
Fucking gone.
Maybe a ghost. Gone. I don't know. Steve, have you had a chance to watch the new Unsolved Mysteries yet?
Yep.
How did you like them?
Surprisingly better than I thought I would.
Okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed them. Episode 3 came across in some weird foreign language for me, so I gotta find another source to watch that one. And I haven't watched. What is there? 6 of them, I think.
Yeah, I think something like that.
Yeah, I did watch the UFO one.
Yep.
Or the abduction one. That was interesting. It was.
That's the guy that we're Tom.
Which one was he? The long hair guy?
No, he's the balding guy.
Okay.
And he's the guy we're gonna have on. Yeah, that was the thing about that case that really got me. It happened to all those people, and they were all spread out.
Yeah, none of them knew each other either. Right. I mean, it's not like, and there's witnesses to this shit.
Yeah.
So the old lady that saw the kid with the longer hair now, the first guy they interviewed, or that was talking. I mean, she saw it. She saw the whole fucking thing. He disappeared right in front of her.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can't coordinate this kind of thing. Now, some of the stories were not,
especially at the time.
Yeah.
And you're right. Some of the stories were kind of
different,
same time,
but similar.
Everybody had the same type of experience.
Yeah.
That one had me weird. I was just like, huh. Because I'm not one to like look at a UFO story or look at a story and go, yeah, I'm in. Like right from the beginning.
I was as impressed with this story as I was with Betty and Barney Hill.
Yeah. That was what I compared it to.
Because not because it happened in the same area or anything, or the same, just because it seemed to me that it's too hard to fake that shit with that many people over that many years. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who haven't come out and spoken out about it, or didn't get interviewed for the Unsolved Mysteries or whatever
for the show.
Yeah. So I'm sure there's a lot more. The guy that was running the store talking about his dad being a cop, and he had to go out and investigate all these things, but none of it ended up in the newspaper. That was the weird part. So there's, the town, if they wanted to, has plausible deniability. Oh, those are just a bunch of kooks.
Yeah.
Because nobody would write about it. That's crazy. But everybody said it happened.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm very interested to talk to the guy. I really am. It's because it's one of those stories that the minute I heard it and started really like, wait, what? Like, because at first when I thought, oh, it's a fucking UFO story. Like, they're going to blow this out of proportion. Like, it's one I've never heard of, but they're just going to make it bigger than what it was. Yeah. And then when they started talking, I'm like, what? Huh?
I like how matter of fact everybody was. It didn't seem like any of them were trying to embellish what happened.
Right.
They were just saying, this is what happened.
Yeah.
No explanation, but this is it.
Yep. And I'm in with that one. I want to.
His story wasn't. I mean, he doesn't remember a whole lot of what happened with the missing time and stuff.
Right.
But
he said he might be able to get us somebody else too, but I haven't had a chance to.
I'd like to have that other dude, that first dude.
Oh yeah.
Because he he seems to have the most impressive story.
Right. Yeah. I know what you're saying. So. And I've watched all of them. The one about the kid that went to the party is really fucked up.
Yeah, that one.
Something happened, and somebody's not talking, and there was a cover up there. Something's going on.
The fact that they had, all the people out there looking, the officials, the people who do this for a living, and he wasn't there, and then the family goes out and finds him. That
somebody put him there so that the family would find him.
Yeah.
And that's creepy.
For what? To send a message or?
Well, like those guys said, racism is alive and well in that area.
Well, yeah, I agree that racism is there, but I don't know. I don't know if it's.
It was, that was one where I was like, oh. What'd you think of the story of the guy, the hole in the roof?
That was another story. There's no way he could have jumped.
Yeah, no.
And made that hole from any of those angles. So how did he, even if he was pushed?
Yeah.
So how the hell did he get there?
So what happened?
Yeah, did they drop him from a helicopter or some shit? It's the only
Right.
thing I can think of.
But again, if they dropped him from a helicopter, why wasn't his cell phone damaged?
Well, I think he was dropped or pushed or whatever to get there, and then somebody went back and planted that shit.
You think so?
Well, that's kind of the way they were leaning in the show, and I kind of, because that cell phone would have been,
Oh, that thing would have been wrecked.
yeah, would have been
There's
wrecked.
no way. Like that's the thing that I didn't get.
It was
And
laying up on the roof. It never went through the hole.
right, it never went through. And the other one that I did like a lot was the hairdresser.
That one was
story.
strange too.
Yeah, that one was really. And dude, what about her husband? What a creepy fuck, dude.
He'd be the guy I was looking at.
The minute she's gone, he changes the
fucking
locks in the
locks.
house and locks her kid out.
Well, admittedly, by both of them, they didn't get along.
Right,
But-
they didn't get along, but still, like, you don't even let the kid come in to get his shit.
To grieve for his dead or his missing mother.
He won't let her anywheres near her ashes or whatever. He sleeps with them like they're a teddy bear.
Yeah, he killed her. Or
Holy
he had something to do with it.
fuck. I was just, that one creeped me the fuck out. I said to my son, I was like, dude, you gotta check this out. This dude is like creep factor, fucking on a scale of 1 to 10, like a 20.
Yeah, he wasn't all there. Now maybe he had nothing to do with any of it, but
They say he did. The cops say they
I mean,
don't.
he had an alibi and everything.
Yeah,
But that doesn't mean a murder for hire or he had a friend do it or
right.
you know.
That's a creepy one though.
Then they had a serial killer admit to doing it, but they don't think he did because where he said he left the body was not where it was found, not even close. So, but he did know details that he shouldn't have known. So it's a weird case. But that's why it's on Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah, I just saw one on YouTube the other night. Oh, I get stuck in these true crime loops, and I start watching this shit, and I'm just like, what the fuck? It literally just the fact that you know that somebody did this, that there is a fucking monster out there. And there's one that I've came across on the That Chapter channel where this person, they don't know if it was a woman or a man, dressed up in full SWAT gear and got into this church before this woman got in there to start doing her morning fitness program that she did for like people in the town, and fucking killed her. And there's footage of this person walking around the church just nonchalantly from room to fucking room. And it is one of the creepiest things I've ever seen in my life. It just fucking, what type of a person do you have to be to do that? And that's the type of stuff it gets me, like, I get wrapped up in these true crime things, and I'm like, what the fuck?
My wife is all into that stuff. She watches a lot of that stuff.
Oh, I love it. I
But
absolutely love it.
By now, she knows how to commit the perfect crime.
Everybody
She
thinks
could
that,
kill
that
me.
does that shit.
She could kill me and get away with it.
No problem, Steve. You're fucking
Not
gone.
a problem at all.
Yeah.
She's watched so much of that shit.
Yeah.
You know,
in
the
that category.
wives
too.
with knives.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
well,
shit.
I know you are, Katie. You're deep in that shit.
Yeah.
I seriously, if I had the money, I would totally get you and I, Katie, each one of those fucking Hunt a Killer boxes. Those
Yeah, they look
monthly
super
subscriptions. Yeah. I'm into that shit. I was showing that to Odin over the weekend. And he was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I was like, yeah, you just kind of, you solve a murder sort of thing. So, and then he goes home and starts playing video games and forgets all about it. Like a little kid. But I I think I am gonna wrap us up. Did you get news, Steve?
I did not,
You too.
but Katie got me some news I can read.
Yeah. You. Wait a minute. Let me see if I actually have it still. Do I still have it, Steve? I do. Look at that.
It's not the same. I don't have Richard Howell in the background doing his little version. All right. Well, he's there. Maybe you could do it in the chat.
Sure.
All right. Back by popular request because Katie asked me to. This is from OrlandoSentinel.com. We're only going to have one story tonight. Mysterious blue hole off of Florida's coast lure. Already starting. Lure scientists and explorers. Scientists and other explorers of the deep are getting ready to investigate an oceanic mystery off the coast of Florida. The target of their exploration is a mysterious
Bags of cocaine.
mysterious blue hole, a hole that opens up on the ocean floor, similar to a sinkhole that caves in on land. Site known as
It's the big straw that's sucking up all the cocaine.
the site known as the Green Banana.
What?
That's the site. That's the name of the site. The Green Banana. It's 50 miles southwest off Sarasota's coast, according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration.
Use your words.
It's 155 feet below the water's surface. The hole is 425 feet deep. It's a big ass hole.
It's a big hole.
It actually looks, it's blue. It's really blue. Blue holes are mysterious as scientists know little about them, but the phenomenon provides an oasis of diverse biological life. It can include coral, sponges, mollusks, sea turtles, sharks, and more. Last year, scientists explored a blue hole. Amberjack must be the name. They must name the holes like hurricanes and shit. Off the coast of Sarasota, where they found 2 corpses of the endangered small-toothed sawfish.
Ooh.
Beyond observing ocean life, scientists are also hoping to answer key questions about blue holes, including whether their submersion is connected to Florida's groundwater or if there is a groundwater intrusion into the Gulf of Mexico. They should know by 2021.
All right.
That's it. That's the
That's
news.
it? That's all they got for the blue hole?
Yeah. Blue holes.
Only was near the Bimini Road.
I don't know. Didn't mention the Bimini Road.
Love me some
We've
Bimini
talked about
Road.
the Bimini Road.
Love
I
me
like
some
the Bimini Road.
You know you like the Bimini Road, Steve.
It's a phenomenon.
Place. It's a spot.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Richard. I see that you did that. And
Yes. On that note, I'll wrap this little bitch up. This has been the Fortean Slip, episode 147, 148. I don't fucking know. Randonautica. If you like this shit, hit the little thumbs up button. If you don't, hit the little thumbs down button. You can check us out over at Anchor on anchor.fm/the Fortean Slip. You can check us out. Go, since he's in the chat tonight, go check out Richard Allen's Bigfootin' with Keith and Colin. Just go check it out. Fuck it. Do it. That's the Facebook group right there. I still have it listed, so there you go. Check out our good friend Phil Poling, I guess. He's doing shit. I don't know what he's doing. Some UFO thing, some weird shit. I don't fucking know. And check out our good friend Dred Funn at dredfunn.com and youtube.com/Dred Funn. Fucking commission some work. He just did an awesome Wendigo.
I saw that. Yeah, that was beautiful.
And he's working on some other stuff. He's doing some great work. He posted some kids artwork today that he encouraged the kid to continue with his artwork. That kid shows some fucking promise. So I wanted to post that on the like page, but I liked what Fred had posted. It was that kid's gonna go places. So good on Fred for friggin', trying to fucking encourage a kid to do some shit. And as always, check out our good friends over at High Society Radio. That's at gasdigitalnetwork.com and anywhere you can find podcasts. I sent something to BK Chris just recently that made him chuckle, and he thanked me for. And I was talking to Bronx Johnny just the other day. But I don't know when I'll be able to get those guys on again. Would love to have them on again. But until next time, I don't know what we're going to be talking about next week, but we'll figure something out. Till then.